A UK-based startup company is looking to use drone technology to plant up to 1 billion trees every year. The company has already presented its technology to the United Nations and feels the best way to counter industrial-scale deforestation is using industrial-scale reforestation. So this company is called BioCarbon Engineering. It was founded by a NASA engineer, Lauren Fletcher, and they want to use this drone technology, which is pretty sophisticated to, as I said, plant 1 billion trees a year, because as of right now, there's 26 billion trees that are destroyed due to, agriculture and mining, lumber, et cetera, and only 15 billion that are replanted. So they want to use this technology to do it much quicker than certainly hand sowing seeds. So they're using these fixed-wing drones, and the drones are going to fly over an area of land and sort of parcel out that land and figure out, where the best spots to plant the trees are. And then the drones will descend to about 2 or 3 meters off of the ground and then shoot out these pods that are filled with pre-germinated seeds and a very nutritious sort of hydrogel. So they refer to that as precision forestry. So this is very interesting technology, especially when we hear about drones being used, when you're talking about predator drones and the negative aspects of drones. I think drones for good is a new thing that I like to hear about.
Right. Where are these drones going to be deployed?
Well, it sort of depends. I mean, I know that at first they want to start planting in South Africa, areas of South Africa. But at the same time, what's cool about this is the fact that these drones can go to places that are a little bit more dangerous or difficult to get to for humans. So I don't know if that means, in highly elevated areas or, what have you. So, but I think once they get this on the ground, or rather in the sky, they'll be able to expand.
Right.
But what do you think?
Well, that's actually a great point to make, is that it arguably not only would it be a cost savings and a manpower or person power savings initiative, but also it will be able to get to more inaccessible areas.
Exactly.
There are arguably that would be overlooked or would just be you wouldn't ever get to or wouldn't get to until much later down on your list of places to reforest. But because of the drone's availability, they don't have that issue, which is terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, I mean, they certainly acknowledge that the hand sowing method is better, but this of course is quicker. You can do it at 15% of the cost of traditional methods. You can plant up to 36,000 trees a day, and that's just with 2 operators manning multiple drones. So, I mean, of course, with all of the new technology, there's this question of, are we going to cut jobs? I mean, what does this mean for people that would be planting this, that, and the other? But at the same time, I think you're at this point where, we're not replanting trees quickly enough to counterbalance the amount that are being destroyed. So it's, at some point, hopefully it'll be able to balance out, but I mean, I think that's just kind of the way of the world, right? With the mechanization and automation of everything.
I mean, what's striking to me is the fact that we're destroying 26 billion trees every year.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So ultimately, it is going to get depleted because of the rate at which we're replanting is just insufficient.
Exactly. So as I said, they did present to the United Nations headquarters in New York City. There was a solutions summit they were one of 14 winning startups that were seeking to address sustainable development goals. And they're looking for, they want to have fully working versions of these drones by the end of the summer. So I'm waiting with bated breath to see if that happens. So what do you guys think? Do you appreciate drones being used for good?